How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we're looking at NAT stock, and it's been a while since I've talked about it. And I want to go over what the spot tanker rates are looking like, what the stock is doing right now, what I'm still planning on doing with my shares, because it's been a while since I've talked about it, but I also want to talk to you about some exciting new things that are happening for the channel here. And hopefully you're on board and you like what is coming, and I think it's really exciting stuff. So I'll get into it in just a second here. But first of all, I do want to say, if you haven't signed up for WeBull, you can use the link right down in the description. You get 2 free stocks, one worth up to $1,400. So I've had a lot of people that have signed up with it and a lot of people that like it. But I had someone commenting to me because there were a lot of price movements today, and they commented that they wanted to know my opinion on the stock, and I told them, but I couldn't get back to them quick enough, so I had to tell them after the market closed. But with WeBull, they do have post-market hours, so you can trade up until 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, so that's really helpful. If something happens kind of at the end of the day, you can still buy and sell after the market hours, so that's really helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But the first thing that I want to hit on is that I am doing a collaboration with JT Wealth and also Logan Fisher, and I apologize, hopefully the sound is good. I switched up the location on here, so let me know if you like this orientation more. But as you can see here, JT Wealth is a great YouTuber here. She's put up, and her significant other has put up about 20 videos and just grown like crazy. She puts out really good content, so check her out. We are doing a dividend investing series, so if you've seen my dividend investing videos, both JT Wealth and Logan Fisher are going to do them too. So check them out. I'll put their links in the description. This is Logan's channel too. He's made great videos for a couple of years now, and check them out. But hopefully we'll be able to grow over time, and you can grow your portfolios with ours. You can check out that playlist if you want on dividend investing after you check this video out. But thank you for doing that, and we'll get right into it. So NAT has been down about 5% over the week, and it's been tough because this has been a stock that was up to $9 a while ago. I bought in right around $4.50 and right around $5. So I'm saying at cost basis around maybe $4.70, but it's been up and down. As you can see here, it keeps on going back between $4 and $4.50 really. And we just haven't seen it consistently go up or down over time. But it is a company that has earnings coming up soon. They should report really strong earnings. A lot of people that watch my channel like NAT stock and then are NAT investors. So this is something that a lot of people are curious about, what's going to happen after the earnings. And the other thing that you have to take into account, so when we hit earnings, they're going to report the earnings, but also what's going to be taken into account is what is happening with the stock now. What is their next quarter going to look like? And that's kind of where we turn to the spot market tanker rates. So if we look here, NAT does this update each week on Friday about the spot tanker rates, and that's just what they can get for these one-day contracts and these single voyage contracts. So they have the 2019 year-to-date, they have 2020 year-to-date, they have last week and this week. Suezmax is the main tanker really that NAT has. There are other tanker stocks that have different crude carriers or clean carriers, but Suezmax is the one that NAT has a lot of. So if we look here, last week they're at 11.3 thousand a day. Now they're up to 12.4. They've been at about 46.4 so far this year. And if we look here, it has been ticking up over the last couple of weeks. We have a general downtick in the whole market here, but every single one except for the VLCCs is up this week, which is a good sign. VLCCs are the very large crude carriers, and everything else is up for the week. Suezmax is up. And as I talk about, this is a really slow time in July for these tankers. This is usually when they're getting some of the lowest numbers that they get throughout the year, and then it ticks up towards the fall and the winter months here. So I think once we get into August, when we hopefully will see even higher numbers and they're reporting earnings, hopefully we see some good price movement, some upward price movement in the stock. And that is kind of what I'm looking forward to. Also, if you take a look here, I've talked about this before, but Potent and Partners is a company that does this market research, and they do this on a daily basis, so you can sign up for their newsletter. It takes a little bit to find it, and I don't think you necessarily need this on a daily basis because the daily rates can change so much each day that I don't know that it really provides that much guidance. But if you really want to go in depth, you can see it every day, and you can see the 10-day trend here. So it was low, 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 and it's kind of spiked up today and over just the last couple days, and they're up to $19,000 for the spot tanker rate. So this is pretty good. As in addition to this, we also have those longer term contracts that paid out a much higher amount than what NAT is getting now. And this isn't necessarily what NAT gets. This is the whole spot tanker market index. So everything that they're pulling from shows 12.4. But I think this is the trend that we want to see. We want to see it go up, not necessarily spike up. I mean, that would be great, but even just trending up over time is good. And I personally, with my shares, am still holding on to them. I'm still pretty bullish going forward. I realize that a lot of people have been selling out when they see little spikes in it. And I have my investments pretty well diversified, so I'm not really worried about just day to day when I see price fluctuations. I'm not losing sleep over it. It's not really something where it's going to terribly affect my investments because I am well diversified, and that's something that I pride myself on. That's something that I think is really important and something that I want to continue doing. So I do have money in NAT, I do have money in STNG and DHT, but I'm well diversified between those stocks, and then just in the sector in general, I don't have a massive amount in the tanker sector. Now, that being said, I also did want to hit on the fact that I am going to hold these. So I'm going to hold these through earnings. Hopefully we see some price movement. If we don't and it just continues to downtrend, I guess I will have to determine what the news looks like going forward. What kind of numbers can we expect? Will we see a general uptick? Because if we do, then I'm going to probably hold steady so that I can collect some dividends. But if we see some decreased numbers and we think that they're not going to earn a lot just because the tanker rates are down, there's not good prospects going forward, we don't think that they're going to increase earnings for a while, I might sell out at that point. So let me know what you guys think of that. What are you doing with your shares if you still own? Or did you sell out and you're happy that you sold out? You know, a lot of people bought around $6, $7, $8 a share. And I understand if you did that and bought a massive amount, if you just want to get out because maybe you don't want to lose more on that. So I totally get it. That being said, I did want to bring up something that's interesting too. This is not related to NAT, but I think it's really important. If you're looking for stocks right now, a lot of the big tech companies have been hit hard this week. So if we look just at the last 5 days, Facebook, one of my favorite stocks, is down about 6.5%. Amazon is also down pretty big on the week. I think they were up today, but they've been down about 7% on the week. Google is also down. They are down about 5%. And then Apple is also down. So if you like these big tech companies, which I really do, I think that they have proven to be really resilient over the last couple months. As you can see here, Apple's down about 7%. If you like these and see how resilient they are, I think Microsoft was also down this week. They seem to have done better than just about every other stock during this recession and pandemic just in general. I think that this is probably a good buy-in time right now if you do want to get into some of these bigger companies. Of course, they could drop down more in the future, but if you've been looking to get into these for a while, a lot of these went up significantly throughout the pandemic. So just looking at Microsoft, for example, they went up 50%. These are companies that are really stable, and I just made a video on the top 10 stocks to buy and hold forever, and I'll link it here. But these are companies that have been consistently growing revenue, growing net income, have massive amounts of cash on their balance sheet. And you have a little bit of a buying opportunity right now because they have been hit between 5 and 10% over the last week. So if that's something that you're interested in, I might get in now. I personally am investing mostly in dividend stocks right now, but I might have to get into some of these tech companies that pay low dividends, like an Apple, over the next couple weeks, because if they continue to drop down, they are just great companies to hold on to. They're really steady. They're going to probably increase their dividends over the next few years. So I might have to jump in there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you got something from this, whether it's from NAT or the fact that you can check out these great YouTubers and Logan Fisher and JT Wealth. They both produce great content. And again, if you don't mind using those links below and you want to get some free stocks, I think it's a great opportunity. For example, WeBull continues to do promotions even after you have the account. Like, they'll give you constant deposit bonuses. You can get between maybe 1% and 5% bonuses from the bonus stocks. So if you want to deposit like $1,000 and they give some deposit bonus, you can get like 3 free stocks or 5 free stocks, or wherever they're running. They constantly run these promotions, and then you can also refer your significant other. So that's something that a couple people have reached out to me, and we're really excited because they got the free stocks. So they got $20 worth of free stock from me, let's say, and then they referred their significant other. Their significant other got free stocks. They also got the extra free stocks. So they got like 6 free stocks from just signing up through my link. So that's something to consider if you haven't already done that. Let me know what you guys think about this mic location too. I would appreciate that, because before it was kind of above, if you remember that. Now it's underneath and kind of to the side a little bit, but I'd be interested in hearing what you think about it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.